Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and also before I start, Happy New Year. The time of recording today is the 1st of January 2025. Wow, time does fly. I'm getting old. That is insane. But yeah, since it is the new year, I will be doing my 10 New Year resolution kind of thing. So as we're on YouTube, number one, the first one is going to be linked to YouTube and you guys. The first one is be more consistent. So what I mean by is that, as you know, like I haven't been uploading on a regular basis, or like upload on a regular basis, then I take a gap because of my PhD when I go back to uni. I barely upload, or like at least like once a month or something if you're lucky. So the idea is that be consistent on a weekly basis. So do like minimum one upload per week. So sometime if I have less work, I would do two. So like during the Christmas break, I don't do much research. So I focus on like this as a hobby kind of thing. So that's why you guys get like 2 uploads or 3 uploads per week. Depends on the time period, the time frame basically. So the idea is that in 2025, there should be at least 52 videos in a sense, so minimum 1 video a week. So I don't want to like batch upload like a load of video in 1 week kind of thing. I want to spread it out and have like one video that you guys could enjoy from me and you could hear my lovely voice once every week kind of thing. So that is the plan. So just be more consistent. Number 2 is I've been doing this for a couple of years now, but it's just that I'm still not part of the YouTube program because for that you need to have 4,000 watch hours as well as 1 million subscribers, and I think it's 3 uploads minimum. So I already have that one of the criteria is satisfied, the other 2 aren't, because I just haven't been consistent. And that's why this year I'm trying to make myself responsible and like be consistent. And the aim is by the end of 2025 I'll be part of, like, it's just to join the YouTube partner program and also have at least 1,000 subscribers in a sense. So rather than having that 1,000 subscribers as another resolution, I just did it in the second one since it is part of that category, right? Number 3 is be more engaging with you guys and talk to you guys more in a sense rather than just through the video kind of thing. So like I do have like a thangan Instagram thing, so here's the handle. If you guys want to follow me up there and just message me about stuff, and if anyone wants to collab or do something or have a chat about what I'm doing, since I'm still a human, I'm pretty chill and I could have a chat with anyone who wants to kind of link up in a sense. And yeah, just follow me and just hit me up, and I just love to build a community with you guys. So just have a chat as a person to person in a sense. Number 4, I think is the most important thing, and I think that this could apply to anyone, even you who's watching, is that get an average of 8 hours of sleep kind of thing, because I normally don't get as much sleep. That's why I have like dark circles in my eyes, if you can see. Like, it's not great and it does reduce your brain functionality, but the problem with me is that when I do jump in on my bed kind of thing, I can't sleep right away. I need to spend like an hour kind of getting used to the temperature and everything and like be satisfied. Then after that I could fall asleep. And also especially with me is like, especially with the research side, I'm always thinking about the logic or the computational algorithms kind of thing. The problem is that like with my research and stuff, I'm always constantly thinking that in the background, and like even when I'm asleep, when I try, because I go to sleep after doing some sort of run, then jumping in bed trying to sleep, and my brain is always thinking about what else could I do, since a PhD is still like a trial and error process, since you're coming out with a new research, a new idea that doesn't exist, so you're basically like trying to figure it out, and there is just a lot of experimenting in a sense. And the problem is that when you're trying to sleep, if your brain is active, good luck. You just can't, because you need to shut your brain down in a sense, and you need to be like calming down to sleep or fall asleep kind of thing. So that's kind of annoying, and that's why like it takes an hour for me to just wind down kind of in a sense. Number 5, I think you guys should do this as well, like, but you could have the limit to something else in a sense. So my aim is to burn at least 5,000 calories per day, or like at least 5 times in a week in a sense. So minimum 5,000 active calories. So if you're just resting, your body naturally burn, like for an average human, is like 1,500 calories. And like, so you just breathing, staying alive burns that, so that doesn't count. Just active calories, doing like some sort of exercise. I didn't say about going to the gym, saying like 5 times in a week kind of thing, because gym, it depends. Like, you won't always burn a certain amount of calories if you're doing like a for example, if you're doing a cardio session, you will burn more in a cardio session compared to a weightlifting or like a deadlift session kind of thing. So I would just say burn 5,000. No, not 5,000, 500. Was I saying 5,000? No, don't do 5,000, that would just kill you. I mean 500 calories per day, and like minimum 5 times a week kind of thing. And that could involve like walking and like doing other sort of activities, football, sports, and sometimes gym as well. So that's why I just put it as, that's why I had to just measure it as with calories kind of thing, rather than just doing a certain activities. And if you're a beginner starting off kind of thing, start with 250 or 300. The problem is I don't want to set it too high, because the hardest part is to keep it up. Like, that's why I also said 5 times minimum per week. So doing it like 5 times like 5 times a week, 500 minimum, basically. So that's the hard part, and let me know how you guys get on. So now, since we're going to number 6, the second half, I want to talk about the PhD side. Like, that's the main aim of my thing, right? So with my PhD, it will change the course of my future in a sense. So with number 6 is to at least have 2 publications. So I'm working on one thing that should be done soon, and also another thing in April. So hopefully, if all of that works or goes as it meant to and works out well, I should have 2 publications from there. So at least 2 publications by the end of this year. And number 7 is collabing with other researchers, because the project I'm working on now is basically by myself and my supervisor. He's not like really collabing, you just talk to each other about what we could do and stuff, but it's just my work in itself. So I feel like the next step should be to collab with other researchers and even with other PhD students in a sense, and to have like a common research interest that we could work together on. Because it is interesting when you're working in a team to hear different perspective, different approaches by different people, because every brain works differently in a sense. Okay, number 8 should be to pass my year 2 of my PhD kind of said. So I don't know about, each PhD is a bit different, but I know for like bioscience of what I'm doing, we have each year there's like an interview report as well as a viva and a presentation that you have to do to your research group, and you have to pass all of that to progress to the next year kind of thing. So I already did that in my first year, passed that. Then my second year, I have my second year interview reports and vivas and stuff in June, end of June kind of thing. So hopefully that goes well, and as well, then hopefully I get moved to progress to year 3 I mean, yeah. So hopefully I can progress to year 3. I'm nearly there. But make sure you subscribe and leave a comment on what you like to see, since I'm trying to upload on a weekly basis because of what I promised you guys in my first resolution kind of thing. So let me know what type of video you guys like to see and what type of content you want to see. And also make sure it's easier to do, I don't know, or like if it's just talk to you guys, or I don't know. Number 9 is to pay off my master's debt, or the postgrad debt from student finance in a sense. So when I did my my master's in AI at University of St Andrews, I got a loan from student finance of 11,000 something. It's like the maximum you should get to pay off the tuition fee, and the maintenance fee. Maintenance cost was covered by my parents, luckily. Ideally, I want to pay that off, since it is under like 13,000 of the interest of things. Soon, since I don't want to pay interest, since it is compound interest, and compound interest is so annoying. Since, for example, let's say, here's an example, like for my undergrad, I think the amount of money I borrowed was like 50 or 48, like less than 50,000 in a sense, right? I don't know the actual figures, but it's around 48 something. But after 3 years, yeah, it's been 3 years since I graduated from my undergrad, that loan has went up to 72, I believe. So the interest is insane. If you think about it, I was like, why? Like, because I think it was like 8% interest, which is insane, and it's compound, right? So it's like the interest that you get in that month, it adds on, or that year, it adds on to the next year as well, which is annoying. So it's better to pay it off soon. So with the undergrad one, I'm just going to leave it until I start my job, whereas the postgrad, it's better to pay it off now, because in the UK, if you do start working, it does follow like a different guy. So with that, the amount my take-home salary will be way less if I have both these loans active. Like, if you want me to explain about the student finance and what happens, how you pay it off and stuff with the salary and the take-home salary after that, all of that thing, just let me know, and I can make a video based on that. But yeah, I just know that it's 6%. You pay off 6% for your undergrad and 9% for your postgrad loan. Then it's basically like 2 separate payments that's going to your loan, and it's better. Then by the end, you won't have enough, like it's basically like half your salary is just gone. Or like, I'm just kidding, but I'm just exaggerating, half your salary, but it does feel like that. And the problem is 6% and the 9% is after tax. So it's not, so the payment isn't as much. So like sometimes the payment that you're making per year is less than the interest that you're going to get on the amount. So it's better if I just pay off my postgrad loan now, so I only have one thing to focus on. And also this does affect your mortgage when you're applying for a mortgage and stuff. All these loans does get into consideration. So it's better if you have less loans in a sense. And finally, the most important thing is health is wealth. Just take care of yourself. Make sure like you do regular checkups. Make sure you're fine and you're surviving. And all I would say is just enjoy your life, and that's all. And I would say finally, Happy New Year. I hope 2025 is a great year for everyone, and let's enjoy together in a sense. Yeah.